Hey curl friends, it's your girl Shelly V up in the house. Welcome to my channel if you're new, and if so, don't forget to subscribe. So what am I doing? I'm just cleaning up around my hairline, just giving myself, just a quick little edge up, getting it just tight and right really quick. So whenever I do that for myself, I always follow up with 10 skin, because this will help you not get any like ingrown hairs. And you know how it gets kind of itchy and it can get kind of like bumpy or whatever? Honey, it clears all that up. Obviously, I'm not sponsored. A girl could only wish, but this is thebomb.com. I've never used it for my bikini area, but I've heard it works just the same. So do with that what you please. And without further ado, let's get into it. So for today's conversation, I know you lying. The audacity, that is just rude and disrespectful. I'm just highly offended right now. Did you tear my curls up? Lord knows with what I've been going through with this hair, I don't need no more situations, please. That made my heart palpitate. It just gave me a little palpitation. Okay, so what are we talking about today? We are getting ready to prep this hair for my next blowout and trim. So I'm super excited. For those of you who do not know, I have opted to start getting my hair cut in a blown out state. I was getting curly cuts. I have a couple of videos on why I'm no longer moving down that path. I now have switched to and opted for cuts on blown out hair. So there's a certain prep process that is going to take place in order for me to get these beautiful strands prepped for it so that we can protect them and make sure that the integrity of the curls are a-okay and we don't have no issues. We don't want no issues. So we are going to be prepping this hair, and I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm going to be doing. I'm sure as I move along this process that the protocol and regimen that I utilize will change a little bit, because hey, I'm not beyond learning. I'm not beyond, improving and elevating and just upping my game and my skill set. So let's just start by taking her down. This is how I went to bed last night. I just put her up in a satin scrunchie. I look like an onion. But that's okay though, because I just enjoy kind of putting my hair up. Sometimes, a lot of times I don't. I do sleep on a satin pillowcase. I don't use a buff bonnet or scarf right now. That's not to say that there's anything wrong with utilizing those items, but I personally just don't. I did when I first started out, and they're just not for me. I enjoy just sleeping directly on a satin or silk pillowcase, like I said. And sometimes I will put my hair up and sometimes I won't. You are seeing me take down my hair right now. And this is just real time what it looks like after having slept with it up all night and what she looks like. You can see that there's probably like an indentation, and it, is falling kind of just a little bit wonky, but within 5 to 10 minutes, it will like just calm down and fall within its own, and it'll just look really good. And it's already starting to look good. It's already starting to look really good. And you know what I love about pulling it up and pineappling it is that you get a natural stretch. Like you get this inadvertent elongation. So if you kind of want to stretch your hair, you don't want to do it with heat, this is one of the ways that I go about doing it. You get more bang for your buck, because not only do you get to have it pulled up and out of your face while you sleep, but you also get that natural stretch that comes along with it without heat. So I love that for me and my hair. And really quick, even though I know that this isn't what this video is about, but just a couple of little, pearls, because we're here to help each other out. If your hair is on the shorter side and you can't get it all up into one pineapple, that's okay. Just do several pineapples. Like put one here, you can do one here, and then one here. That's 3, right? Or you could just do 2. Or what I did quite a bit was I would do one at the top and I would put a pineapple here and then I'd do one in the back, and that's how I slept. But now my hair has grown out enough to where I can just put it all in one on the top of my head. And as you can see, this is what she looks like when I bring her down. By the way, this is day, what is this? Is this day 4 hair? I think this is day 4 hair. So this is what she is looking like. And she's super cute. And because I know we nosy and we want to know all the things, I did use a 2-product combination to style her. I used Big Poppa by the Dew as my base, and then I topped it with the Alikay Naturals Lemongrass Hold It Styling Gel. And you already know that I put a leave-in conditioner. I used the Kinky Curly Knot today, and then I went in with the styler. So now that we have all that out of the way, let's keep going. Oh, and one other thing really quick. Sometimes when I pull my hair up, I will get pieces that get really, really stretched and elongated that are, you know, it's stretched beyond like the perimeter, the base of my hair shape. And it'll look like it's way longer than the other pieces. And so it will normally just kind of, with a little bit of time, as the time passes, it'll draw back up. There are times though that it won't, and if it doesn't, then I just go in, hit it with a little bit of water, sometimes a little bit more product, it goes right back up, and then boom, we're done. So it's not a big deal, but just so if it happens to you, you won't be like, oh my gosh, what just happened? Just a lot of disclaimers over here because we want to make sure that we're, you know, being responsible and giving out decent, you know, information just in case. Like, and I'm never telling you what to do. I'm just telling you what I do, my experiences, what works for me and what doesn't. So in anticipation for this upcoming appointment where she's going to trim my hair on blown out hair, as well as reassess it and tell me how I'm doing since my last visit with her, which was May 1st. So we're doing 3 months like on the money. And she's just gonna look at it and tell me if it's improved, if it's gotten worse, or if it's just the same. I am banking on it's going to be much improved. So I'm excited about that. Also, there was a question that came on one of my Instagram posts where I asked with my follow-up appointment that I'm going into, do you guys think my hair is going to be improved? Do you think it's gonna be worse? Or do you think it's gonna be the same as it was before? And there was one individual who posed a really great question. And she said that she thinks it's gonna be improved. And I don't know the question verbatim, but it was something to the nature of, she thinks it's gonna be improved because of the 3 different things that I have now implemented into my hair care routine and how I'm approaching my hair. But her question is, how do we know which one cause the improvement, if there is improvement, because, you know, I added all 3 in. And I just thought that is such a great question. And I'm gonna insert the question somewhere on the screen just so you can see the exact wording of it. But such a great question, right? So let's address it really quick. And I will tell you my thoughts around it, because I love when I get really good questions and I'm like, you know what? That is a great observation, sis, like a great observation. And I love that she, you know, made me stop and pause and think about it. Okay, so as always, just to be completely transparent, let's walk through that. So the first thing that I changed was I went from getting curly cuts to I decided to get my hair cut in a blown out state. She gave me a clean slate as it pertains to the health of the ends of my hair, but I didn't automatically immediately implement deep conditioning treatments or using a leave-in. That actually took me a bit more time. Probably a month after I had gotten my hair cut in that blown out state, that I was talking to my stylist who did the cut, and I was like, my hair just still feels very off. And she was like, well, you know what? She said, your hair was so dry and so rough and so hard that it lets me know your hair is super dehydrated. It's extremely, extremely dry. And she said, in my personal opinion and professional opinion, you need to add back in leave-ins and deep conditioning treatments. And I was like, for real? And she was like, absolutely. So when she told me that I needed to add back in deep conditioning treatments and leave-ins, I didn't jump on it right away. And the reason why is that it's hard to unlearn what you've learned, right? And I was trying to wrap my head around all of it, because what I've learned about myself and through some others is that when you have, you know, kind of bought into a particular methodology and you feel like it was your golden ticket into figuring out, you know, your hair or whatever else it is in your life, it's hard to unwind what you've learned and what you have bought into, right? So I kind of was toying around with it, but honey, the more I like touched my hair and handled my hair, the more I realized that I really needed to take action. So I reached out to her again, bless her heart, she's been so patient with me. I reached out to her again and I was like, hey, any recommendations, suggestions around deep conditioning treatments? Because I literally got rid of everything that I had, and I was like, I only remember one that I was using, but if there's something better, let me know, right? So anyways, long story short, she gave me the Alikay Soul Food deep conditioning treatment. I used it and I felt like my hair did not like take it right away. Okay, so, ooh, my lip is itching. Has your hair ever like touched your lip and all of a sudden it got to itching? Okay, all right. Bring it back, Shelly, and land your plane. So when I used that deep conditioning treatment, number one, I did not sit under a hooded dryer. I just put it on my hair and I let it kind of do its thing while I took my shower and, you know, handled my business up in the shower, and then I rinsed it out. Hindsight, I barely have started using deep conditioners the appropriate way. What do I mean by that? I mean, based off of talking to, you know, another stylist, you know, I've been just talking to several people trying to just learn from their expertise, and they're all like, hey sis, you have to sit under a hooded dryer with these treatments, otherwise you're kind of not getting the maximum and most beneficial benefit from them. Okay, so literally just within the last couple times of using a deep conditioner, I've sat under a hooded dryer. Before that, I would just put it in my hair, leave it on my hair while I was in the shower, do my thug thizzle, and then rinse it out, get out, and go from there. So long story short is I haven't been using the deep conditioning treatments like I should. So I'm going to say that those probably kind of don't fully count because I haven't fully used them and gotten the maximum benefit out of them that I could. Okay, now let's talk about the leave-in conditioners. I have most recently started using those probably, I'm gonna say maybe a little over a month, and I have noticed a difference in how my hair feels and everything, but I didn't implement that right away either. Now, because of all of that I just shared, I'm going to say that the ends of my hair are gonna look drastically improved. And look, I said drastically, look, I'm like, please don't let it just be improved, let it be drastically improved. But you know, that it's gonna be improved because of that cut on blown out hair. I'm also going to say that my hair is gonna feel a bit less hard and rough and dry. I think that there's still that aspect to it because my hair, in just all actuality, it's extremely, extremely dehydrated because of the lack of deep conditioning treatments being appropriately used, as well as leave-ins for such a long time. I mean, it's been over a year that I had adapted that methodology, and I took those things out of my routine, which is neither here nor there, because when you know better, you do better. And now I feel like I know better, so I'm doing better. I really think that my hair will feel a bit more improved to the touch, but the most beneficial thing that I'm going to have noticed, and the reason why, is from the blown out cuts. And yes, with the re-addition of deep conditioning treatments as well as leave-ins, I feel like my hair will definitely be feeling better. But in the next 3 months. So fast forward when we get into November, that's when we should really see a major difference. Plus, the natural hair stylist that I have partnered up with, who is amazing, by the way. Like, when I say she is smart, honey, like, I think if people catch wind of her, I think she could blow up. Like, she's that good. Anywho, she has said that it's gonna take 9 to 12 months for my hair to bounce back because the lipid layer is gone off of certain areas of my hair where I have that weird texture going on, where it's changed, versus where I have the areas where it's still on there, where it's still the texture that I'm used to. By the way, check out how my hair has started to relax, and you don't see like the indentation in it anymore, like how good it looks since we took it down. So you could just see what I was talking about, and you get your hair to where it's looking cute, she cute, and you know, all of that. So don't be afraid of pineapple. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not afraid of pineapple. You do what you want. You do what you want. So we are just gonna stay patient with this hair and just, you know, we're gonna love on it. We're gonna have a very consistent regimen. But the whole purpose of this video is how are we gonna prep this hair for this upcoming appointment. We're gonna cleanse her, and then we're gonna do a K18 treatment after she's cleansed. We're gonna let that sit on the hair for 4 minutes so that it can do its due diligence. And then we're not gonna rinse that out. We're gonna put our deep conditioner on. I'm gonna use the Indulge by Miche. And then we're gonna sit under the hooded dryer for 30 minutes. Come back, rinse that out. Then we're gonna go in with a leave-in. We're gonna use Kinky Curly Knot today. And then, or actually, I'm not sure. I think I might use, I haven't gotten it, but I'm going to get it. It's a 10 by 10, I think it's called. If not, I'll put it on here. And then I'm also gonna just take that extra step because I'm gonna be blowing my hair out, and I'm gonna be using my new Rev Air. Ooh. And I'm going to use a heat protectant on my hair before I put any heat in it in terms of blowing her out. I will also link all the products down in the description just so that you can see what I used. And if you want to go, you know, be nosy and research them and check them out, you can do that. So I am super excited. I am going to give you a very up close and personal, honey. We're gonna be like this, like look, like let's get up in there. Let's see all the things. We are gonna be up close and personal. I'm going to take you on the journey with me to getting this hair just to its ultimate healthy point, as well as I'm gonna let you hear directly from the stylist who's going to be cutting my hair in that blown out state, and what she has to say, and if she thinks my hair has improved, if it's gotten worse, or if it's the same. You're gonna get all the deets, like all the goodies. That appointment is going to be on August 1st. So look forward to that video coming, to where I show you where I'm prepping the hair, blowing out the hair, what it looks like, and then what she says, what the cut looks like, and then most importantly, how it translates back into curly. Because I know a lot of us are afraid to get our hair cut in a blown out state because we've been told that if you do that, you could end up with, you know, all these things that you don't want, like holes, weird shape, because of the shrinkage factor in the different areas of one's hair. And then some people says you'll get holes, a mullet, a baby crown, or a combination of those three or all three.
Who is this saying that? Who said that? Who said that? Who said that?
Don't play. You know who said that. And I know that's a very scary notion. You know what I'm saying? So I don't take that lightly at all, because sis, I know, and gents, I know that can be kind of like, but as you can see, I've had my hair cut once before in the blown out state, and I think my shape is shaping. Like, I think she cute. Like, I am not mad at her at all. And I personally love more of a natural kind of flowy shape than one with like a lot of hard angles and stuff. But that's me, because I've seen a lot of beautiful curly cuts that have like the angles, and I'm like, honey, they are doing it. Like, they look so cute. But I digress on that. But I would still say you might want to, you know, just blow your hair out periodically and make sure them ends is good. If you're getting, you know, cuts that just really give you the shape and they're cut in that curly state. You know, just make sure. It doesn't hurt to, better safe than sorry, because Lord knows I didn't learn the hard way. So anyways, with that said, if you like this type of content, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And until next time, bye, curl friends.